Hi, my name is Jian, and today I will start a new video tutorial for learning programming language. Okay, so I will call it a Learning Basic SQL Server training course. Okay, so if you are a developer, so I think you have to know what is a SQL Server and how to work with it. Because when you are working in a team and project, so you have to use the SQL Server as the data center repository which will help you to keep the data for your project. Okay, so let's get started. And today I will start with the day one. I will talk an overview of SQL Server and how to install it on your PC. And after that, once the installation is done, I will talk about the overview of SQL Server management tool, which you will use to design your database. Okay, so let's get started. And in this video series, so I will use the SQL Server 2014 to demo. Okay, so for now, I already installed the SQL Server 2014 Management Studio and SQL Server 2014 on this PC, and I already done it in another tutorials. So if you want to take a look into it, you can go to my YouTube channel. You can go ahead to type is learn programming here, or you can go to CNVS. Here, I have a lot of video here regarding to learn programming language. Okay, so you go to the playlist is SQL Server Learning. You can see here I have the video which install the SQL Server 2016 and 2014 on Windows 10. It would be the same when you install it on another instance of Windows operating system. Okay, so assuming you have already installed the SQL Server on your PC, and now go ahead to click Start, and you scroll down. You can see here we have Microsoft SQL Server. Sorry, here. If you have the SQL Server 2014 Management Studio, it looks the same on the desktop icon. Okay, so I go ahead to click on it. You have to log in first. I will use the account as a system admin and provide the password. Click on the remember password here to save the password for the next login. Okay, you can see under the object explorer here it lists down all of the connection of the PC. The first one is the database, where is displaying the database in the PC. Okay, so now I will go ahead to create a new database for this tutorial, and you are able to create the database and do so over the query. But in this tutorial, I will use the designer tool to create it. New database. I will name it learn sequence.db. Okay, here. Okay, And now I will go ahead to create some table for this demo. I go ahead to create some table in product and category. Okay. We have to create a primary key for a table. So why we should create a primary key? So we have to create a primary key that is a uh, unique column in the table. So it will we will use it for create a relationship from this table to another one. So basically we will create a primary key for ID column. So I will it should be the data type is an integer. Product name it should be Envacha. So what is Envacha? Envacha is that means we are able to enter the Unicode data for this field. Product price, so we should it is float. Float means we are able to enter the value it is in decimal for product, and the product quantity it should be integer. Okay, so you go ahead to click on the product ID here by right click on it and set it primary key, and you are also able to set it over the menu. Set primary key here. Okay, so for example, if the product ID is primary key, so when you enter the data for this one, you want the ID auto encrypt, so you should set it identity specification here. You select it yet. Okay, so I will talk more detail later, and I will name it the product. Okay, I go ahead to close it, and now I go ahead to create a table with category. I will name it category ID. Category name. Um, expression. Category the same product, so category should be the primary key. Also auto encrypt. Okay, so I will temporarily keep this same here and open the tool option and go to designer. By default, when after you install the SQL Server on the PC, so designer it will check this option prevent shipping chain that require table creation. Close it, and I will close this one and reopen it. Data table learn. table here. If you want to edit the existing table, so you right click on it and click on the design. Okay, so you change the category name into enlarger. Description, it should be okay. Click on save button here. Saving change is not permitted. Generate following table. Yeah, if you click to save file here, so it will automatically save the script into this table, into this file. Yes. So now how to solve the issue here? You click on cancel button and tool option designer and uncheck the prevent shipping chain. Okay, and now click on it. Okay, it set the new chain already set it into the table. You no need to save it into the text file. Okay, and you right click on it and you are able to see the edit top row here where you can enter the data for this column. Sorry, group this table. Same thing for this one. Okay, so now I will go ahead to. Okay, before we enter the data for each table, so I should create some the relationship for both table. I click on the database diagram here. Right click on it, new database diagram. You press the shift button on the keyboard and select all of the table here you want to create the relationship. Click on the add button here. Okay, so here basically you can see one, we should create a relationship for two table. One product should be belong to a category, so we have to link the product ID with product ID with category ID. Cancel. So but it should have some the foreign key of the category in the product table. So now we have to update the product table here. We have add one more field category ID. It should be the same type of data. Okay. You can read. I think we cannot read it here. You close it and try again. Okay. So now you go ahead to press on the primary key from the category and drop it into the category ID in the product table. So after that, it will automatically create the relationship for both table. The category ID is a primary key of category table, and the category ID of the product table is the foreign key. Okay, go ahead to click on save. You can name it, so I will give it by default. Yes. Okay, so after that, the relationship already created for the table. So now when you enter the data for both table, you have to enter the data for category first. So after that, when the data for category already is entered into this table, so you get the category ID from this table and put it into the product table. So if you try to enter the data for product table first, so it will got the error. Okay, so let's try. So now I will try to enter the data for product table first. Yeah, so you no need to enter the data for product ID because we only select the identity. It is auto include for in the table, so no need to enter it. When you enter the data for any row record here, the ID will be auto include. Okay, so product ID I will name it iPhone 7. Go. Oh, back to the product. It's around noon. Yeah, we have to uncheck this. Yeah, you can see because we already entered the data for 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 product table. So when you create this one, you will got this error unable to modify the table because we cannot insert the value noon into column category ID. Okay, so temporary close it. So now open the category here. If now you try to enter any ID here, sample 1, and try to save it, you can save it. Okay. I will name it. Whoa. Okay. And now you come back to the product here and try to save it. It will work. Okay. Close it and try to refresh. Product. Yes. If you left the category ID in null, so it will display the warning here, and you are unable to save the new data into the table. You have to enter the data for category ID. So now we try to enter any ID here. Yes, it will display the arrow here. Thus, because currently in the category table we don't have the ID 8, we only have 1 and 2. one for one for mobile and 2 for laptop. So you have to enter the category 1 or 2 here. Yes, it works. Okay, I think that's enough. Okay, you can click to the select top. It will is in the query. I will talk about how to write the query for the table in another video. Okay, so I think that's the enough for today. And after you finish this video, you know what is the basic of SQL Server, on how to install the SQL Server on your PC, and you know how to work with the SQL Server management tool to design the database and enter the data for it and something like that. Okay, so I hope this will helpful for you, and do let me know if you have any question. Bye bye. See you later.